This week on the Racer X Show, GNCC wraps up at Ironman with an unexpected surprise, even for the guy who won. We have a chat with Monster Energy Cup winner Davey Millsap about his win and future. Enduro Cross was in Washington with a first-time winner and all the rocks you want, plus the US at ISDE news and more. Hello and welcome to the Racer X Show presented by Chaparral Motorsports. I'm Greg. Thanks for joining us here on our racing highlight and news show. If you've ever had an argument with your buddies if a 152 stroke can win a GNCC race, the debate is over. And we're so pumped to have Davey Millsap agree to chat with us. So let's dive into it right now.
The Racer X Show with Greg White is being presented by Chaparral Motorsports. Visit Chaparral Motorsports online at chapmoto.com.
We're going to start you off with a historic event, GNCC at Ironman. Almost 2,300 riders showed up to race the 20th year of this legendary event, and they got nearly perfect weather at the newly renovated Ironman Raceway motocross facility. And by the way, remember this year's Unadilla GNCC, which broke rider attendance records? Well, this one, just about 200 more than Unadilla. 40 years of GNCC racing have never seen that many people want to race. And oh, one more thing. Remember when series champ Caleb Russell was on the show and he said he was going to race the KTM 150XC, being auctioned off to raise funds for injured rider Rory Mead? Well, let's just say that the two-stroke is now worth a lot more than it was on Saturday. When Row 1 was released, Russell's factory FMF KTM teammate Charlie Mullins grabbed the early lead, with Rockstar Energy, WMR KTM's Ryan Sipe following close behind. The KTM duo swapped back and forth through the first couple of laps, but it was Sipes who officially led the first two, nearly 1 hour of racing. Russell made his way up to the lead battle by the end of lap 2, and it didn't take long for the reigning champ to make the pass to take over the lead by the third lap. Out front, Russell capitalized on a clear track and began to pull a gap on the rest of the field. As for Mullins, a setback. Sore wrists from a previous injury took him out of podium contention. As the race wore on, Rocky Mount ATV, NC, MFAB, AmPro, Yamaha's Josh Strang, and JCR Honda Rockstar Energy's Chris Bach caught up with Sipes. But Bach bailed with a mechanical, leaving it to the former motocross supercross racer Sipes and the 2010 GNCC national champ Strang for the second place position. But Russell was a stud, finishing a minute and a half ahead of second place. Strang got second, but only 6 seconds ahead of rookie Sipes, who got his first podium finish. Great ride, Ryan. But it was the 150cc two-stroke legend Russell's day.
I was just able to ride some of the technical sections here a little bit faster and just keep that gap all day. And everything worked out, and that's all I could think about since the last race, is just winning on that thing and getting it done. It's pretty cool, and it's awesome to say I got the job done on it.
Strang's second place gives the Aussie the #2 ranking heading into next season. With two-time champ Grant Baylor graduating to the XC1 Pro ranks for the final round, it was KR4 Arrive and Ride KTM's Nick Davis who stepped up for the XC2 win. Congratulations, Nick.
Even today, we had an awesome battle. Craig actually passed me, and I was so happy for him because, bumping up, it's a different step, and I was like, dude, he's rolling, and Lane was too, and just everybody, and like I said, I can't be any happier, and doing them schools with you, and it's all about the kids, so it's really fun.
Yesterday, Caleb Russell left the country. He's on his way to Argentina for the 2014 FIM ISDE 6 Days of Enduro, and he's part of an impressive U.S. World Trophy team, which includes Russell, Mike Brown, Thad Duvall, Charlie Mullins, Zach Osborne, and Taylor Robert. A dream team of who's who in U.S. off-road racing, but yes, there is a but. Just as you heard, Charlie Mullins is not 100%. His wrist is still bothering him in a big way. Mullins saying in a conversation with our Jen Kenyon, quote, "It's frustrating because I have 2 completely different injuries going on in each of my wrists. My right wrist just locks up to where I can't move it at all, and the left one has extremely sharp pain. Each wrist is giving me trouble in different ways, which makes it hard. I'm focused on getting through 6 days, then I'm going to have them looked at by a specialist." Duval is also dinged up with a shoulder issue. He didn't race at Ironman at all and only rode a few laps at Powerline. So with a dream team assembled, but 1/3 of them riding hurt, it's not a foregone conclusion that the US will walk away with it, especially with strong teams like Australia wanting the gold. The US team will have to dig deep and channel the energy of longtime ISDE proponent Kurt Caselli in order to pull out this win. Good luck, Team USA. Last week we showed you highlights from the one-off Monster Energy Cup. 3 10-lap races in one evening, racing for $1 million. Now, no one won the million, but the overall winner did pocket $100 grand, and it was some race. Being out of official race competition for the better part of 18 months was Monster Energy Kawasaki's Davey Millsaps. We now welcome him to the Racer X show. Davey, congratulations on the win and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So tell us, I mean, you were off for so long, right? You hadn't won a professional race since February 9, 2013, San Diego Supercross, and now you come back from this absence and you're on top. How was the race and how was the weekend for you?
I mean, obviously, the race wasn't bad at all. You know, walking away with the win was pretty amazing. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I only won the last one. You know, and you know, Trey had won the first two, so. It was obviously he was you know, the better racer that night. He was the faster racer that night, and you can't take that away from him at all. But you know, $1 million on your mind going into that last round, you know, puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I totally get that. All right, real quick, you've ridden Suzuki's, Yamahas, Hondas. You didn't race KTM, but you've ridden a KTM, and now Kawasaki. What do you think?
Like, I even rode the Husky.
The Husky, all right, yeah. So what do you think about the Kawasaki?
I like it. You know, I got on it and didn't really know what to expect because I'd never really ridden one except for on a 60 when I was amateurs. And then I rode my brother-in-law's in 2011 going into the 12th season because I didn't have a ride at that time because that's when the whole James thing, he was coming over to JGR and that took forever, so it kind of left me in a gray area. So I went and rode different bikes just because. And I rode it for a couple days. So that's the last time I rode the Cowie, and I got on it and we changed a couple things really quick, and I got super comfortable really quick. So to me it's nice to have a bike that I'm comfortable with and to have a team who's used to winning and knows what it takes to win, and will pretty much do whatever it takes to win. So to know that I have, you know, everyone's support and the full support of you know, Monster Energy Kawasaki is it's just hard to beat.
When you got that phone call about going to that team, what were your emotions?
Stunned. You know, just I was pretty much in awe because I wasn't expecting it. You know, there were so many guys that were up, and there was possibly 1 or 2 riders that could have got out of their deal to go there if they wanted to, and there was just so much buildup of, you know, me turning down an offer that I had and then waiting for this offer. You know, I was kind of in a scary place at that time because obviously, you know, I have a family to support too. So you want to do what's best for your family, but you know, I just had a gut feeling that I just needed to wait it out, and when I got the phone call, it was just like the weight of the world was like lifted off my shoulders, and it was pretty amazing. And not gonna lie, it was I was jumping for joy.
I would imagine you would be. It's so great. All right, final question, and I'm gonna let you go. At this moment in time, what is your mindset going into the 2015 Supercross season? What are you thinking?
You know, just the same way it was, you know, going into the 2013 season. I just want to go there, and I want to be at my best when I show up there. Just go out and ride and race to my, you know, my best ability. It's, if I go out there on the track and I put my 100% heart and mind into it, then I know the outcome is going to be really good. So all I have to do is go there with, you know, a clear mind and not worry about distractions and stay focused and go out and ride my best and hopefully walk away like I did in 2013 Anaheim.
We wish you the best of luck this season. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Racer X Show. Possibly during the season, Supercross season, we'll be able to check back in with you on the show.
Absolutely.
And great luck this off-season in training and into the Supercross season.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
FMF KTM's Taylor Robert took his first career Geico AMA Enduro Cross main event win in Everett, Washington last weekend. And it wasn't easy, as he'd battle Rockstar Lucas Oil JCR Honda's Colton Haker and Beta USA's Cody Webb for the win. In the main event, Husqvarna's Mike Brown took the $500 Nexen Tire Hole Shot Award and was followed closely by Webb and Corey Grafunder. Webb passed Brown to take the lead on lap 1 and quickly opened up a decent lead. Webb led for 9 of the 12 laps and seemed to have another win in hand until he got stuck in the difficult rock section. Robert and Haker both passed Webb and engaged in their own shootout for the win. Haker closed right up on Robert's rear wheel as they hit the rock section on the penultimate lap and then took his own tumble. Robert held on for his first Geico AMA Enduro Cross win. Robert won an X Games Enduro X Gold in Germany in 2013, but this marks his first AMA win.
Got a decent start, went down on the second lap. I think I was like 5th, and then I just picked my way up to the front. The track was super technical and really hard, and I was just able to make the least amount of mistakes out of anybody out there and able to get my first win.
Despite finishing 3rd, Webb increases his lead to 7 over Blazusiak. It's time for Taddy to step up with 2 races remaining. We love us some Instagram, and you can follow us at @RacerXShow, but a couple things caught my eye on the Enduro Cross Instagram. This video of Max Gersten. Now that's the way you put a bike on the stand. And we saw this from Colton Haker. Up and over. I just love it. The last of 3 flyaway races for MotoGP happened over the weekend, where a lot of focus was on already crowned 2014 champ Marc Marquez. Now with the championship pressure off and 11 race wins in the bag, what would Marquez do? He had a chance to tie 5-time champ Mick Doohan's 12 races in 1 year record. And that's exactly what he did. He hammered out the win, tying Doohan's record by just 2.5 seconds over Valentino Rossi. And in that fight for second between Rossi and Danny Pedrosa, Rossi's winning. And how about some winner circle fun? At this time, it's unclear who went first, but Rossi and Marquez each photobombing one another's team celebration photo. Good fun. Only the November 9th race at Valencia remains, which will have the premiere of the Suzuki GSX RR MotoGP machine. That's certainly going to be interesting. Want to get out and watch some racing? The FIM ISDE 6 Days of Enduro is in San Juan, Argentina. So get down to Argentina and cheer on Team USA.
The Racer X Show with Greg White is being presented by Chaparral Motorsports. Visit Chaparral Motorsports online at chatmoto.com.
Okay, that's it for now. We hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. Check out all of our social media links on Twitter and Instagram. It's @RacerXShow. On the YouTube, you can follow us. It's The Racer X Show. Like us, follow us, do all that kind of stuff so we can get connected. And you can follow me personally on Twitter. It's @Greg White. Well, for the fine crew here at The Racer X Show, presented by Chaparral Motorsports and Racer TV, I'm Greg White. Remember, we are all racing all the time. Go USA!